As a result of the pandemic, the lines between these women's professional lives and domestic responsibilities have become even more blended. At the NTUC, our sisters and unions have been pushing workplace norms to embrace flexible work arrangements, of which WFH is an example of for many decades. COVID-19 created the opportunity for FWAs to be adopted widely, but it also brought into better focus the challenges women workers and companies need to overcome for FWAs to continue to be adopted both widely as well as wisely. The realities are that FWAs or otherwise will not shift the burdens of caregiving from the shoulders of mothers, wives and daughters should women still be expected culturally to be the sole or main caregivers at home while balancing their careers. A wider scope for caregiving leave can also be considered for our workers to be able to share caregiving duties outside of the typical parent, grandparent and child familial sets to include family members such as aunts and uncles, nephews and nieces. Keep the number of caregiving leave days, but allow for flexibility on who a worker can give care to. Now, that normalcy has been restored to most of the workforce, more workers are called back to serve their 9-to-5s in offices. Let's not lose the momentum we have made in the progress for FWAs in the past 3 years. And the labour movement thanks the tripartite partnership in supporting and legislating in the near future our workers' rights for individual FWA requests to be considered by employers. The labour movement, on our part, will continue to support and push for companies to redesign jobs and to ensure FWAs are win-win and sustainable for businesses and workers. Having transformed the way we eat, shop and move, and especially so in the thick of the pandemic, our freelance gig economy has grown in the past 3 years, and yet as a community, they still bear invisible risks we do not fathom as a nation. This includes risks to their physical safety in transit while delivering food or other logistical requirements, but also concerns over the adequacy of their retirement savings, health safety nets, and housing. While the government will continue to work with platforms to ensure equitable outcomes for platform workers, Singaporeans should also bear in mind these invisible risks borne by our platform workers the next time they tap into their services. And I call on all Singaporeans to work with the labour movement and the tripartite partnership on defining a fair, dignified livelihood for platform workers in the new normal. On my block visits in Punggol Shore, I encounter a good number of cases of adults with special needs, some of them undiagnosed, cooped up at home, rarely stepping into the outside world, having fostered no real sense of independence. When I speak with their parents or siblings, I am often met with worries about how their ward might continue to upkeep a standard of living and quality of life should they pass on. It is, well, a care model around a village more than it is around an institution. What this means is that our adults with special needs would be able to live in a safe and dignified manner, fulfilled lives in their community with the support of other members of the community. I believe that Singaporeans have what it takes to be that village for adults with special needs. No institution can give this great an assurance to families of our special needs adults than the community itself.